it's off protocol, but as a private person, I want to tell you that we are with you. We feel very bad with what happened. High officials here, the biggest businessmen here, wrote to me, WhatsApps, called me, amazing, offering any kind of help. But this is only part of the picture. Regular Indians, look at our social media of the embassy. It's amazing. I mean, I could have another IDF with the volunteers. Everyone is telling me, I want to volunteer and I want to go and fight for Israel.
Israel's love affair with India. This is something that the world has been trying to understand. Is it because of recent events or is it because of long-standing history? Namaskar, Shalom, and welcome. My name is Ravital Moses, aka Moses in Israel, your favorite Indian Jew born and raised in India and now living in Israel. And my goal is to bridge India and Israel one video at a time. And today we are going to find out why the people of India have strongly been supporting Israel, especially after October 7th.
I mean, I could have another IDF with the volunteers. Everyone is telling me, I want to volunteer and I want to go and fight for Israel. It's very emotional also, the level of support that we got from the Prime Minister, who in the same day, in Saturday, when the full picture was not even there yet, among the first in the world, came out and tweeted a very clear condemnation and support to Israel. We will not forget that. That is very, very important. And then after speaking to Prime Minister Netanyahu, Prime Minister Modi ji had another very strong tweet. And that's the Prime Minister. I got here phone calls from ministers who said, Ambassador, you cannot quote me because it's off protocol, but as a private person, I want to tell you that we are with you. We feel very bad with what happened. High officials here, the biggest businessmen here, wrote to me, WhatsApps, called me, amazing, offering any kind of help. But this is only part of the picture. Regular Indians, look at our social media of the embassy. It's amazing. I mean, I could have another IDF with the volunteers. Everyone is telling me, I want to volunteer and I want to go and fight for Israel.
All right. A lot has been said, a lot has been expressed. Who this person is, this is the former Israeli ambassador to India, Mr. Naor Gilon. Also, I had the opportunity to interview him on Moses in Israel. If you haven't watched the video, go watch it. I'm going to link it in my comments and in the description. He was also like one of the first diplomats I ever interviewed. Extremely well-read and an amazing personality, very popular in India. Did a lot of work for India-Israel relations. So this guy is a big deal. He's now come back. We have a new ambassador, Reuven Azar. Also dynamic, also fabulous. But this, I believe, was an interview that was taken by the ANI organization when October 7th happened, about the support of Indian people towards Israel and, trying to condemn the terrorist attacks. Because a lot of people, the world split between Israel and Palestine, right? There were people who have not condemned terrorist attacks whatsoever. They are like, okay, pro-Palestine, but that whatever they did was wrong and they didn't even condemn. Now, in this case, whatever the former ambassador just said about people low-key reaching out to you without publicly showing their support has happened to me as well, and has happened to a lot of Israelis and the Indian Jews. A lot of my friends have not publicly spoken about their support, but have reached out saying that we know this is wrong and we feel really bad, and if you need anything, let us know. Secondly, now I started to make videos way before October 7th happened, right? I started making videos in 2021. Ever since then, a lot of the people have been asking me, they want to come and serve the IDF. First of all, I want to say thank you. But if you're Indian, go and serve the Indian Army. We need a lot more people to serve in the Indian Army. Like, it's flattering that we get so many comments and so many people saying that we want to serve the IDF. But if you're Indian, please go serve the Indian Army. As Indian people, we should look for our country. Not that I'm saying that, you should come and support Israel. We love your support. But just my opinion as person who is from Indian origin, born and raised in India, now living in Israel, Now, यहाँ पे, the army service is mandatory, right? Now, I didn't really have the chance to do it because I crossed the age. My sister had to do it. She served the IDF. Your life and your mentality completely changes when you live in this country. If you are interested in serving a nation, serve your motherland first. Okay? But thank you. We accept your support, and I really hope that there are more partnerships in the future. But the fact that we have gotten an overwhelming response from the Indian community in person on social media is just sometimes it's unfathomable. All right, when you see a lot of the countries condemning Israel and you have people in India saying like, bro, we understand your pain, तुम लोग जो भी कर रहे हो बहुत सही कर रहे हो. It means a lot to us. There are not a lot of people who say that to us, so when you say it, it means a lot, and you know what I'm talking about. All right.
Everyone is telling me, I want to volunteer and I want to go and fight for Israel. I served in many countries in the world, very friendly countries to Israel. Really, this wide support, strong support is unprecedented for me. Really, I'm really moved and touched, and I also said it to people. It's unbelievable. India and Israel, the closeness is something that I cannot even explain. I don't know how to, I understand it, I cannot explain it. It's something very emotional, very deep, that it's beyond any normal connections between two peoples or countries. It's something very unique.
Yeah, the India-Israel relation is something that people can't explain. Like you can't sometimes put a finger on it saying like कि भाई इसकी वजह से. I mean, we know that there have been diplomatic relations since 1992. There was an embassy in New Delhi that was established. Of course, before 1992, India didn't really recognize Israel. It was pro-Palestine, if you guys didn't know about it. But Israel stepped up for India, giving defense support, especially during the Kargil war. And I think that changed the path for the India-Israel friendship. Let's talk about some defense stuff. I don't usually talk about defense stuff. I'm more into culture, but this is very recently I've been looking into defense partnership and it blew my mind. So let me share something with you. All right, India primarily purchases its weapons from a few different countries. All right, Israel, United States, France, Russia, and they've actively trying to diversify their suppliers. Completely understandable. You don't want to be completely dependent on one country because, you know, if you are and then something happens, you're like, I think it's a smart move to diversify your suppliers. But in the recent years, India has purchased about $2 billion worth of weapons annually from Israel. That is like a lot of defense. I'm assuming software and hardware, everything. All right. India has bought missiles, drones, bombs, and border security equipment and is now the Israeli defense industry's biggest foreign customer. I think that says a lot about the India-Israel defense partnerships. But taking it to the next step, armies of India and Israel share defense practices. They chill and practice together. Israel has trained, okay, let's see. Israel has trained India's special forces to best defend the border against terrorism. Says so much about this partnership. I thought I was chilling with Israeli diplomats, but soldiers are chilling with each other. Like, I think more than, you know, I like it is, I'm trying to make it more humorous, but defense is often seen as something that's serious. But the fact that Israel is willing to share its tactics and practices and processes says a lot about it. You know, these are things that people don't easily share, right? This protocol, and you know, if somebody gets to know your tactics, your enemy country is going to use it against you. So the fact that Israel is sharing all of this with India says a lot about it. Okay, there's another thing that I recently got to know and I was shocked. I had no idea about this. A lot of the other people knew about it. I didn't know about it. India and Israel, there was a defense system partnership, Barak 8. Okay, it was a system that was jointly developed by Israel Aerospace Industries and India's DRDO, which is the Defense Research and Development Organization for the Indian Navy. But the system has since been co-produced and exported, strengthening the strategic collaboration between India and Israel. Like, wow, we have a defense system that is operational, that is created by both countries. Let's move on to the non-defense parts. All right, it's more than just that. Both are post-colonial nations that have worked on protecting themselves and their homeland. Very nationalistic. We have very friendly neighbors who have been infiltrating our soil, trying to claim it as their own. हमारे घर में आके हमारे साथ छेड़खानी करके playing the victim. Sounds familiar. But let's take this one step further. India and Israel have come to each other's rescue. Jews have faced anti-Semitism, but India is one of the only countries where Jews never faced any persecution and anti-Semitism, and there is still a thriving community. Keep in mind, I come from the Indian Jewish community. My ancestors fled the Middle East and they reached the western coast of India, and India accepted them with open arms, and we have been living there ever since. They gave us a home. I'm Jewish, but India is my motherland. When October 7th okay, you need to keep in mind a lot of the workforce when it comes to construction, farming, a lot of them are Palestinians and people from Gaza. They have work visas, so visas to work in this country to be able to earn money. Now, when October 7th happened, I mean, it was a threat to the Israeli people, and now we didn't have people to work in this country. So India offered to send construction workers and caregivers so that they could support. So that's it for this video. There is more than just a defense partnership, but we will unfold and unveil more things about India-Israel in the coming videos. In the meantime, stay safe, watch the right content, and I'll see you next time.